Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. This is a report of Group 11 Global Migration. Migration. Migration refers to the movement of individuals or group from one place to another, involving a change in their usual place of residence. It can occur within a country or across international borders and may be driven by various factors such as economic opportunities, social reasons, political condition, or environmental factors. So, migration is kanang pagbalhin-balhin sa lain lugar or country, mo na ang migration. There are two types of migration: international migration, inter- internal migration, international migration. Internal migration involves the movement of people within the borders of a single country. It can be from rural areas to urban areas, rural to urban migration, or migration one region to another. Internal migration is kanang pagbalin-balin sa lain sa single country na. Example is kanang example sa Mindanao, magbalin ka sa Visayas, mo na ang migration. International migration. Internal migration. International migration refers to movement of people across national borders involving a change of country residence. It can be for reasons such as seeking better economic prospects, escaping political unrest, or joining family members in one country. So, international migration is pagbalhin sa lain country. Example is kanang nakay relative sa lain country or sa kanang sa Philippines diri ka nakapuyo, then ang imong relatives nasa Dubai, magbalhin ka dito para maantuan mo imong relatives. Mo na ang international migration mag kanang magbalhin la ka sa lain country. Ang kalahian nila sa international migration o internal migration kay ang internal migration is dira gyud ka magbalhin sa Philippines country ra kung dira ka nakapuyo. Sa international is lain country mobalhin ka. Muna to.
Five groups of international migration. Number one, immigrants period. Immigrants period are individuals who permanently move to another country with the intention of settling there. So ang immigrants period is ang kanang pagbalhin sa family or sa kataos from one country to another para mag-settle o sa ilang kinabuhi dito ng country. Number two is workers who stay in another country for a fix. So they are called temporary workers, individuals who relocate to another country for a specific duration, often for employment purposes with the intention of returning to their home country afterward. Ang ang temporary workers is ang kanang kung tahay OFW na sila kontrata nga 2 years sa lain country para magtrabaho dito, then nagbalik rin sa ilang original country para dito magpuyo. Of course, illegal migrants, individual who move to another country without proper authorization or documentation, violating the immigration flows of the destination country. Ang illegal migrants is kanang kung tahay OFW nga kanang nahuman na ilang kontrata sa ilahang employer tapos wala pa sila niuli sa ilahang original country, man siya ang illegal migrants. nagpuyo sila dito nga country without the permission of the government sa ato nga country. Kung tayo sa OFW, nag nag nag-stay Japan sila dito nga country without permission of the government. Next is migrant whose families have petitioned them to move to the destination country. Individuals who move to another country because their family members who are already resident or citizens of the destination country have formally requested or petitioned for their relocation. Ang sa number 4 is kanang nana siya ay family sa lain country kung tahay sa Canada is nana siya ay family dito niya stable ang ilang work tapos ilahang family niya na sila ay pamilya sa punta sa Philippines. Ila na siyang kuha ng petition nga mahimo silang citizen dito sa Canada para magbalhin. Number 5 is the refugees. Individual forces to flee their home country due to persecution, war, or violence, seeking refuge in another country for safety and protection. Ang mga refugees is kanang mga tao nga nakaagi og violence or kanang naay war sa ilang country tapos magbalhin sila sa country nga mas safe sa ilang family or sa ilang sa ilang self. Yan sila ang mga refugees.
Classification. First world, high income, capital rich states. Second world, farmer communist, socialist, industrial states. Third world, developing nations. Bipolarity ended after the Cold War, leaving the US as a sole superpower. The American era marked by military alliances promoting democracy and capitalist market. So first world, second world, and third world, this term used to describe countries based on their economic and political development. People may choose to migrate from third world countries to first or second world countries in search of better opportunities. Bipolarity and the US, after the Cold War, the world was no longer divided into two major powers, and the United States became the most powerful country. This can influence migration patterns as people may be attached to economic and political stability of the US. Post-American world and power dispersion. Post-American world dispersal of the power from states to other actors. Rise of the West. Other states gain power in economic and political arenas. Asian nations expanding economic, political, and military strength. Shift from the three categories developed, developing, highlighting economic inequalities. The American era and migration. During this period, the U.S. formed military alliances and promoted democratic values and capitalist economic system. This can also impact migration as people may join countries that align with these ideals. Cosmopolitanism and globalization. Cosmopolitanism, adherence to a single moral community. Global civilizations divided into categories: Western, Latin American, Islamic, Sunni, Hindu, Buddhism, Orthodox, Japanese, African. Migration for economic stability, democratic freedom, and a better life. Cosmopolitanism linked to migration, fostering a common moral standard. Cosmopolitanism is the idea of belonging to a global moral community beyond national or cultural boundaries. Migration driven by economic stability and a better life can be seen as an expression of cosmopolitan values. It fosters diversity, cultural exchange, and a common moral standard that transcends differences. Cosmopolitanism promotes inclusivity and recognize how shape humanity in the context of global migration.
Hey, factors driving migration. Social inequality, economic depression, and freedom deprivation. Sa social inequality, disparities in wealth, education, and opportunities can drive individuals to seek better living conditions elsewhere. And economic depression, economic hardship, and lack of job opportunities in one's home country may push individuals to migrate in search of better economic prospects. And the deprivation, political repression, lack of personal freedoms, and human rights violation can lead to people to migrate in pursuit of a more liberated life. Cosmopolitan ideas promoting equality and moral integrity. Global 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 movements promoting equality and moral integrity can inspire individuals to migrate for a more inclusive and just society. Migration as a strand and catalyst for population growth, transnational relations, and globalization driven by economic sustainability.